I'm Judge Andrew Napolitano, and the verdict is in on polygamist custody battle. Here's the question. By invading a Texas compound and confiscating children from their parents on the basis of an anonymous telephone call, have Texas state authorities engaged in a massive act of kidnapping? Here are the facts. On April 4th, authorities raided the Yearning for Zion Ranch in Eldorado, Texas, and left with them, taking 416 children. The raid was in response to a telephone call police received from a person claiming to be a 16-year-old girl whose 50-year-old spiritual husband had beat and raped her. The caller, supposedly named Flora Jessop Barlow, has yet to be identified, and members of the polygamist religious sect, the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, deny her existence. Over the weekend, a Colorado woman named Rosita Swinton was taken into police custody and charged with false reporting to authorities. While police say Swinton's arrest is not directly related to the Texas case, they admit that Swinton is a person of interest in the investigation due to evidence uncovered in a search of her home that suggests she might be the one who placed the raid-triggering telephone call. Authorities say they received another search warrant based on evidence of sexual abuse at the compound, including records that documented 13-year-old girls being married to adult men and teenage girls who were visibly pregnant. Last week, Texas District Court Judge Barbara Walther was faced with the daunting task of hearing arguments from nearly 400 attorneys, each representing one or more of the children. At issue was the fate of each of the 416 children already in police custody. Should the children remain permanently separated from their parents and put into foster homes? On Friday, Judge Walther issued her decision that, yes, there was sufficient evidence of abuse at the compound to warrant the children remaining in state protective custody for at least another 6 weeks. Starting this week, the government will collect DNA samples from every man, woman, and child who lived on the ranch in an effort to determine who belongs to whom and who is related to whom and how. A spokesperson for the Texas Child Protective Services said once the DNA testing is done, they will start searching for suitable foster homes for all of the children who are being held temporarily in a sports arena in nearby San Angelo, Texas, and cared for mostly by volunteers. So here's the question. Was Judge Walther's ruling just? Should these young, innocent children be permanently taken away from the only parents they've ever known and placed in foster homes based on this evidence? And under what circumstances can the government legally come into a home and take babies from their mothers? Here's my opinion. The right to have children and the right to raise children is a fundamental liberty. The Supreme Court has ruled that that liberty is akin to freedom of speech and freedom of thought. It can only be interfered with by the government if the government makes a particularized showing to a judge that the children were in danger of imminent harm. But mass sweeping arrests of children and interrogations of them without their parents present is not only unlawful, it's criminal. And any evidence the state gets from these interrogations of these children cannot be used against their parents. If you want to hear more of my opinions on this topic, check out my latest book, A Nation of Sheep, available in bookstores nationwide. You can also tune into my nationally syndicated radio show, Brian and the Judge, every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon. And don't forget, you can always catch me right here on the Fox News channel throughout the day, every day. I'm Judge Andrew Napolitano, and that's my verdict.